Hello, everyone, and welcome to Inspiring Hope. I'm your host, Lois Herman, here to share with you people that I meet along the way that need to be celebrated because they're making a difference in our world. And that's what this show is about. It's about bringing hope and bringing positive energy to our world. So I'm here with Z today. So, Z, welcome to our show and to my world. And I'm just going to turn it over to you and let you take it away.
Oh, thank you so much. I am so privileged to be in your world. Thank you so much, Lois. I would like to set sacred space with you before we go further, just to make sure we're on a spiritual reset.
Beautiful.
Um, I would like to also, before I set sacred space, to let you know that while I've been doing sacred space for years, the sacred space I now set is part of what you learn in Lightworker training.
Mm.
And the one that I set is actually roots from Lois Herman. And so I hope you enjoy it and I hope it inspires you, as Lois inspires so many of us. So if you take a deep breath in, close your eyes for me, Lois. And breathe in love, peace, tranquility, and faith, knowing that with God, there is always faith and hope, and we are here to serve. Take another deep breath in. And I want to ask our angels and our guides to come in with us today. Archangel Michael, always the Archangel of Light, please be with us. Saint Germain. And I'd like to call in my deities. Lord Ganesh, please help to remove our obstacles. Lord Mother Lakshmi, to please bring in abundance in all things. And that just not doesn't mean only money, it means abundance in life and happiness and love in prayer. And I'd like you to see 8 columns going around you, north, east, west, south, and in between. Those columns go all the way down from Mother Earth, hitting all the way up to Father Sky. It puts us in this beautiful, sacred, protective dome where only light and love are allowed to be in. Beneath us, we can either have crop circles, do what feels right for you. I also like the Sri Yantra design on the bottom. We would ask Archangel Michael to please put a beautiful silver reflective coating around our sacred space, around these walls, to reflect anything negative. I'm sorry, to deflect anything negative and to amplify all the positive love, beauty, faith, hope. We'd like to amplify those with a low vibrational hum. So we are in this beautiful Faraday cage. We'd like to see a Merkaba on top spinning just right to align all our chakras and frequencies. I'd like to see a 9th column go straight from source down our crown through our center, through our Kundalini, and activate our oneness. That is the point of everything, is our oneness with God. We are never separate. And just breathe in this beautiful feeling and know that we are loved, divinely protected. And as long as we move with faith and hope, there's nothing we can't get through. So blessings to everyone here. Thank you.
Beautiful. I love
Yeah.
everyone creates their own special sauce, their own special space. And it changes every time we do it because it's based on the intuitive guidance that we receive at that moment in time. So thank you, Z, for
Absolutely.
offering and for creating our sacred space. As she said,
Thank
we do that in the Lightworker training. It was an exercise that was given to me in the Chronicles of Hope in the sessions where I had the opportunity to interview the Anquietas and Archangel Michael, who said you must ask for protection first. So it evolved from there, and it's ever evolving. So
you.
Z, you've been through and attended a lot of different types of spiritual training, haven't you?
I have. And I think that the difference is that my trainings have all been across religions, across cultures. I could say it's space, time, dimension, if we really want to go there. Um, but just yes, I've been through a lot of training, and I've been training for decades. When I was 17, I walked into this place in Forest Hills, Queens called Pastimes, and I smelled Nag Champa incense for the first time and heard Reiki energy music and knew that I was missing something. Now that fast forward 33 years later to here, um, I've done everything. I'm a Reiki master teacher. I teach Jesus healing codes. I teach Seraphim Blueprint, which are the 11 energies that were given to ancient Atlanteans, which is also what Mystic Kabbalah is based on. I have learned soul detective work, um, which helps trauma and takes you through all the things that people didn't know they needed to know.
Mhm.
And, I became a certified hypnotist. I'm now a board certified hypnotist with the National Guild of Hypnotists.
Congratulations.
And thank you. And so what I didn't know was how much I needed you and this training. So last year, just as a little background, um, everyone kept telling me, I know what you do. Have you met Lois Herman? I know what you do. Have you met Lois Herman? And Lois and I actually never crossed paths in 2024. And then a friend called me in January of 2025 and said, Lois is teaching NLP. And I will tell you that I got on a phone with Lois and we knew a lot of the same people. And Lois had me at hello, where she said, do you know that you could talk to spirits better and once you take NLP training? And I'm like, what? Because I do the entity work now. I do the trauma healing now. I've been doing this stuff for years, but I feel like what I was missing was the structure.
Mhm.
I was missing the training that said, this is how you create rituals. And rituals are for a reason, right? Rituals helps put you in that space. Rituals helps you almost translate what you're feeling, what you're seeing, what you're knowing. And I didn't know, like I did things, I created a sacred space. I didn't know the levels of sacred space, right? I didn't know the aura cleansing as much. There are things that I learned through my trainings that were able to bring me and fast forward some of the training, but I didn't know how much I needed it. I didn't know that there was an outlet or a way to learn. And I mean, I always knew because everything for me has been led by spirit that what we need as light workers and warriors was protection.
Mhm.
But there's not a lot of people talking about protection.
Exactly.
And that's what I think the fundamentals of your training is. It's teaching you that yes, what we're here is not to run away from the dark or hide from it. It's to learn how to transmute it. And that is what you teach. You teach how to transmute the dark because you do have to face it. You can't run away from it. How to transmute it and to still keep your high vibration.
Mhm.
That's what people don't teach.
Because we need the light workers. We need each person doing what they're called to do, what their mission on this planet is, because they've signed up. Light workers, star seeds, empaths, sensitive souls are here for a reason, even if we don't know exactly what the reason is. There is a deep longing in us to be of service. And what happens with that type of an energy signature is we become like targets to lost souls who are just looking for the light, and
Mhm.
yet then they drain the energy. They keep the person, the beautiful light worker, from fulfilling what it is their destiny is to do because they're being drained. That's one. But there's also some really nefarious energies out there that specifically target high frequency people and derail them. And I've experienced this time and again myself, is being derailed by ones that don't want me to succeed. And yet the tenacity in me gives me people like Z who says to do this.
Thank you, because that's the way I've been told as well. Like I have had, without really discussing this on this call, I have had the spiritual and psychic attacks like all of us light workers do.
Right.
And I will tell you that, the ones who are grappling with life and chaos of life and addiction and a lot of these things, what they don't realize is that they are the chosen ones too,
Mhm.
right? They're the ones who, when they come out of it and they hit it with faith and hope, that they were meant to do so much better in this world and that they were being brought down. So what we do helps so many people
Mhm.
with their clearings, with all the work that we do as a team. I'm also, I don't know if you guys know this, I am part of Lois's clearing team. And the moment I met her, I'm like, I need to do that because I love her team. They're my soul family. But
You're amazing.
how important it is to help them get to that place, to get out of trauma, to get to the light, to show them the way. And then because we know that every ounce of trauma we take off this planet helps Mother Earth. And they see the light, then they're able to shine that light on so many people. And I think they call it the net of light, Indra's net. So the
Mhm.
more light we shine, the more light is shined on the world, and the more people can heal, the
Mhm.
higher the frequency can be. That's where we need to be, and that's why it's so important. Yeah,
And each of us is doing our own thing, even if we're not out publicly sharing it in a broad sense. If we're saying prayers and doing our best to keep our energy strong, we're influencing in very subtle and magnificent ways.
absolutely, absolutely, and I would say that we do, and there are a lot of people, and I think I asked the question today, like, why light worker training? And I just wanted to hear what you were saying to people that didn't know that they needed this.
Mhm.
And it's just it's a tool. It's more tools in your toolkit.
Mhm.
It's a map on how to get from point A to point Z when you don't know that you need it, when you don't know that you can, when you don't know that there's a team that's helping you. All of Lois's incredible team members were actually there on our training. So when we were getting trained, we were able to be with people that knew how to do the things that we didn't yet know how to do, to keep us safe, to keep us protected, to help answer questions. And then they would meet with us and say, "Hey, what are your questions?" And like I said, the difference is I've been doing this for many years, but it I needed Lois's structure and her tools and being, in a way that it was palpable. There were steps. So it wasn't just, hey, go feel it. It was, no, here, do this, and then make it your own. Kind of the way we just did Sacred Space.
Absolutely. And the steps are everything is done online. And
Mhm.
even though it's online, people say, well, how can you experience things online? You can, and we do. It's
Yeah,
important that we see each other. It's not like online and nobody, that just have your name. No, we need to be able to see, sense, and feel one another. But we can because
absolutely.
we're connecting via this beautiful technology that we have. Technology is a tool, and that we have the opportunity to be able to come together from around the world. The frustrating part for most light workers is they feel alone in their own inner circles, in their circle around them. It's very hard to find others. The beautiful part about doing it online is we're finding a lot of other alone people around the world that
Yeah,
come together and feel connected and supported. I talk about mentoring that and Z, you're so right. I'm there to mentor, but I've got these other beautiful people who are with me because if you take a course from me, you can always retake it free because every time you take it, you learn something new. There's something new that's added, something fresher. It's like, oh, I didn't hear it the first time that way. Now I have a new awareness. So it's just wonderful to have different people that have their own experience that they can bring and share and inspire.
I love that. Thank you so much. And that's the beauty of your team. Is coming in and saying, "Hey, if you have questions, the team is here. If
Mhm.
you need help, the team is here." Even while we were training, because my first class was NLP first before I took the Lightworker training. It was being able to find your people, right? Like, for instance, Judy. Judy's in California. Would
I
I have
know.
met her any other way? No.
No.
And meeting the team that I'm with and the people who went through the training, they become your soul family. They become your people. We met once a week. We text all the time. We once or twice a week. We text all the time. We know what's going on in each other's lives. And it's safe space. That's the difference. You feel safe. You
It's
feel protected. You feel heard in a way that you can't say to your family. It's one of those things. I think I have that Ghostbuster reel, where she's like, "Do you believe in extraterrestrials, the galactic this, she's like, the dragons?" And he's looking at her. He's like, "Okay, well, then you could join us."
you're in. You're in. If you believe in all
You're in.
that
And
wonderful, strange stuff, you're in.
and that's a difference, that you can come to this place and feel safe and realize that it wasn't you making things up, and it wasn't you being weird or off or bipolar. It literally is. It's real.
Mhm,
It's a safe space. You're given tools, um, and you're taught skills. So
mm,
it's not just given tools. So you'll know how to ask. You'll know how to pray a little bit better, with reverence, with fervor, with passion, and know that you're being protected. You'll know who to call on, because I think that that's another level. While, like I said to you, I've learned some of Islam, Buddhist. I've called on the saints for years. I've learned a lot of Hindu and Tantra, some Jainism. So you name it, I've learned a lot of different types of religions, and you're able to put that into a place that makes sense,
mm,
right? So it's across cultures, it's across religions, and but you'll know, like, we now know that there are people that we can call on specifically for crystals on
mhm,
the earth, for
mm.
example. Trying to keep this PG. Crystals on the earth, and what that means, and how to use the tools that can help us
Mhm. With
with
the
ourselves and with other people.
because that's one of the big things that we have found with our beautiful light workers and empaths. It's, discernment. We have to be very discerning who we can trust, who we can call on, who is there to assist us, and how to vet carefully those that you can trust.
Absolutely, discernment is key.
Mhm,
And so, with this training, I don't know how much more time I have. I would just say that I just came back from a mission trip, in India, Tibet, and Nepal. And the one thing that I kept being told, because I saw every walk of life.
mm,
Am I happy? Am I proud to be an American? Born and raised? Absolutely. But more so after coming back. And what I was shown, and I was told more than once, was that we were here to be a bridge. And
mhm,
it was to be a bridge of hope, hope
mhm,
for humanity. And it's one of those things that, being in your team and working through the Lightworker training, because we are light workers, we're all meant to be here to help, to serve, and to help Mother Earth and humanity, was to bring the hope, to help people awaken, for them to learn their purpose, to learn unity,
mhm.
right? That we're all one.
We are
We're
all
all part of the same consciousness, and to empower ourselves and each other with that knowledge, right?
absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Z, for sharing from your heart and for the work you do on so many levels. Truly, thank you. And for those of you listening, we hope to see you. This Lightworker training this year starts next week. So we're going to be airing this, but stay tuned because we'll be offering it more frequently next year. And we'll see you next week. Thank you, Z. Appreciate
Thank
you.
you so much.
God bless.
Welcome. God bless you.
I always like to finish by saying, until next time, look up, stay positive, and be the light in someone's day. God bless.
Namaste.